Hi, welcome to day 2 of my 21-day liberation challenge, Inner Animal Rehab. Yesterday I went over the preface and went over the exercises. Each of these lessons has an intention, a daydream or receiving mode exercise, and a lesson for that day. And so one of my instructions for myself is that when I'm doing kind of random things throughout my day, like going to the bathroom or sitting at a traffic light, or if I just have a moment with myself, I'm gonna use the daydream or the lesson of the day to liberate my life essence. That's my intention for everyone and for myself, that we liberate our life essence. And too much of our day, we're focusing on things we don't want. I know I am. I'll speak for myself. I'm focusing sometimes on the negative, on what we don't want. And the universe doesn't care. It's going to give us whatever we're focusing on, whether it's something we do want or we don't want. And so this is my way of taking more time throughout the day to focus on what I do want and to be disciplined about my energies and what kind of thoughts and emotions are flowing through my energy field. So today's lesson is called Synchronicities. And according to Webster's dictionary, synchronicity is the coincidental occurrence of events, especially psychic events, that seem related but are not explained by conventional mechanisms of causality. So sometimes in life we meet the right person at the exact right time, or go to the right place at the right time, and some people might call a coincidence when things just work out just right and they give it no power. And that's certainly their choice. I like to kind of give it meaning, to feel like it's life harmonizing things together. It's life looking out for me. It's life having my back and making sure I'm at the right place at the right time with the right person. And the same thing happened with Scooby and I. I wasn't looking for a dog, but I had a friend contact me, say they had a stray dog on their porch and they didn't know what to do with it, and they thought maybe I could help. And I don't know why they just didn't call the pound, but I went over there to help out, to take the dog to the pound. And when I first walked up to the outside of the house, I saw the dog all curled up in a ball by their front door. And so I walked up slow and he didn't react or do anything. And I slowly put the leash around his neck and he let me do it. And I said, come on, let's go. And I figured I should take him for a walk before I put him in the car to make sure we didn't have any problems on the way to the pound. But you know, I've heard people talk about love at first sight, but for me, this was love at first walk. And by the time I finished that walk, I thought, man, if nobody claims this dog, I would love to have him as my companion. And I put up signs around the neighborhood where I found him and called all the local pounds, and no one ever claimed him. And so began our 12-year journey together and brought me here to making this list of all the amazing lessons he brought into my life. And so it was very synchronistic that we met that day. And I've had lots of synchronistic meetings or occurrences throughout my life, and I like to take the time to honor them. And I had something like that happen just this morning. My girlfriend and I went for an early morning walk, a little bit earlier than we normally go, and we saw the most beautiful sunrise. It was partly cloudy, and there were pinks and orange, and it looked amazing. And it was happening the whole time while we were walking. It was really beautiful. And then after we got home, I peeked out the window 10 minutes later and it was totally cloudy out. All those beautiful colors were gone. And I felt like that was a synchronistic moment. I can choose to call it a synchronistic moment. I could just say, oh, it's just a coincidence that I got out there when I did. But while we were walking, we were really giving our gratitude for the beauty and being able to go on a walk and have this time together and to start our day in this way. And so this morning, I was taking a little extra time to appreciate that life has my back and is going to bring me to the right time, at the right place, with the right people. And Scooby has been such a great example of that. So I'm going to read the intention for the synchronicity. I'm not going to read all the text for the synchronicity. If you want to check it out, there's a link below in the description. So the intention for lesson number 1, Synchronicities, is may I rest as life, being in perfect synchronistic alignment with time and experience, so that all the magical beings and synchronicities that will bless my life will do so with ease. May I rest as liberation, attracting only those beings in perfect alignment with my highest most loving, most divine good. May my energy field act as a magic, magnetizing web, catching all the blessings that will feed, fuel, and fascinate me as heaven on earth. And may it be graciously. If these intentions work for you, make them your own. You can change them up. The next part is called receiving or daydreaming mode. We are so often on the go and doing, and we need to take a moment to receive our own love, receive our own calmness, to provide ourselves some soothing kindness, because stress is the most detrimental thing to people's health. And so learning how to self-soothe and harmonize yourself is essential for true healthcare. So in this daydream, this mini meditation, this receiving mode, feel into the experience of receiving and realizing perfect alignment with life's synchronicities. What would that feel like to always be in the right place at the right time with the right person? Bringing in all of the senses where I feel empowered, I feel enlightened, I feel strong, I feel inspired and motivated for life. Be totally in the experience of liberation by noticing how you feel, the thoughts you're thinking, what kind of surroundings you're in, any smells or sensations. Be the liberating, synchronistic life you are, that I am, that we are together. Many people think we stop at our skin line, but we don't. We are a giant energy field that extends far beyond our physical body. And as we align with synchronicities, we align with everything on an energetic level, even before we physically arrive. And by making these intentions, we help align with those energetic leading energies. So the next part is called the lesson of the day. When I put my attention on the life I am, magical synchronicities harmonize, attracting the exact right people, places, and circumstances to realize my dreams even further. So I'm going to take this lesson and this daydream with me throughout the day today. So when I'm doing some random activities like sitting at a traffic light or going to the bathroom, or if I have a moment with myself, I'm going to remember that life is leading me to the exact right place and the exact right people at the exact right time. And if I don't remember these exact lessons of the day or the daydream, I'm gonna, at the very least, take a deep breath. 1 is really great. 2, you're doing really good. 3, certainly you have time to take 3 deep breaths when you're in the bathroom later today or sitting in traffic. And then you can start scrolling on your phone if you really, really want to. But maybe you could lessen some of the scroll time and take a few deep breaths. Maybe you could take it even further and go over this lesson of the day, that when I put my attention on life, magical synchronicities harmonize, attracting the exact right people, the exact right place, and circumstances to realize my dreams even further than they already are. Thank you for being with me today. Tomorrow's lesson number 2, man's best friend. I'll see you then. Have a great day. Bye-bye.